Alright, we're going to do a quick video here on how to install step flashing on a radius dormer. This being the radius dormer, and this is the sloped roof. You know, either shingles or you have wood shakes or whatever. But you can see I already have this flashing installed, but I'd already pre-cut it to fit the bottom. You know, a lot of times you'll have a little short eave on a radius dormer, and you'll have an eave trim on it. So you want to cut it where it fits the shape of it, and you let it slide past it, and then fold, you know, about an inch, and then fold the inch under to hold on to the eave. And then, like I say, your panels will come along and they'll hook and fold on the front and the bottom. And then here, you would have your shakes underneath on already, and then you slide this on top, and then you come in with the upper shakes and put them on to cover it. But you can see I have it pleated down, opened up. And I started with a longer piece. You know, a lot of times the radius really doesn't start sharp. You know, you can run like sometimes we've even run some 2-foot pieces. This is probably about 1.5 feet or so. But then when the radius starts getting tighter, you have to get smaller. Even if, you know, you get closer up to the top, you know, some of the flashings can get as small as 8 inches, but a lot of them we put on it close to about, you know, 12 inches is what the cut is, and then we fold the tops like this and we'll cut it. And you could already have those done because it's just square, you know, it's just square off the top. You could already have somebody opening them up and getting them ready for you. But you could cut that lip off, really don't need that. But, alright, so we had the first flashing put on, have it screwed on. You don't want to, you know, not to penetrate the water stop there. You know, just we use ring shank nails, or right here I was using just some pancake head screws. But what you want to do is come in, this piece is ready to go, and you know, you have a left and a right side of a dormer. You can see I have another piece ready for the other side of the dormer. So, you know, like I say, you got a left and a right. This will go on that side of the dormer, and this one here, we're going around this side first. And you would come in, and what you want to do is slide down, and you have to cut each piece. It's custom made, so you want to slide down at least 1/2 inch down past this upper point here. You want to slide down about 1/2, and you pencil mark it. You know, you can lift it up anytime, and this mark it. And see in the center here, you want to lift this side up, and you can see that's the bottom of that lip there on the inside where it has to fold. That's where the fold's going to be. So I pencil mark here, and then on the outside edge, you can see I already have a pencil mark here, and then we'll just take this and then connect all the, you know, the marks I have on there. You mark the outer edge, you know, and then mark the center, and then you can you just draw your line out. And I think I already have one cut. Do I already have one? No, I don't. This one's ready to go. If I can see the pencil mark, a lot of times we'll use a Sharpie. But you want to mark that just like that. You can see it's marked down. Mark down. We'll mark this out. What you want to do, you don't really have to mark the other mark where the cut is. It's really not that critical, but you know you want at least 1/2 inch to 3/4 folded underneath. What I'll do, you can see my line here, so I'm going to drop down about 3/4, maybe, you know, up to about 3/4 would be good. And you can see I'm allowing some past my pencil mark. Then you come in, and you'll cut that center. And I always cut up to my mark there and just notch that out. Cut that out of the way. Then up here, a lot of times I'll go about halfway in here and cut this, because it needs to fit on the inside of the step flashing. We'll cut that out of the way too. Then we come in with the tongs, and we fold that under like that. It has to fold underneath because it's going to hook to that lower step flashing. It's going to hook. Okay, you see it's all folded under. What I'm going to do is open this out a little bit. See how open? I mean, you just really open it back up. And what I'll do is, I see how it knocks inward on that. I want to bring it in some and go back to my original. So you're just really shrinking it up. You can see how it's just pulled it in some, because when you go on the radius, it kind of kicks it out right there. It's got to open. It's got to be open pretty good on here at the bottom. Really, copper is a lot easier to work with too. We have the aluminum for demonstration today. You see it's still sticking out some, but when I hit this down in the center, and before you put this on, you want to put a pretty good little spot of some urethane caulk right there. You know, it's just as precaution, you know, just for leak. You want to slide it up where it's hooked, and then you want to just get a rubber mallet and fit it up, and it all fits. Keep it tight there. Gotta hit that in to hold that. Keep that tight. And bring this in. Make sure everything's tight. You can see how it's really tight here in the corner. You want to keep everything lined up with that valley. You want to follow that valley, but that's it right here on this one. See how they mismatch, but after I get them all put on, I'm going to cut it to where they all line up. Out here it really doesn't matter, because you know, you'll have the shingles coming out over this, but here you're going to have panels coming in and hooking to it, and you want to cut that excess off. You know, go from where it is, the original, and just cut it to where it lines up with this one. And then when you have your panels and you want to lay out the edge of your copper panel to fit this flashing, you can cut a pattern out of 30-pound felt. Let it hang in the valley here, and then come back with a knife, and we just always put a little cut and have us a pattern, you know, for the panel, to where the bend is for it to fold under. You know, you get your pattern, mark it out with a Sharpie lay it out on the copper, and mark it, and like I say, allow 3/4 to fold underneath and hook under there. And then when you get to the top, you know, it kind of levels back out. You might have to solder about 3 or 4 of these on each side at the top. Man, you know, maybe the top 3 of these step flashes when you get to the top. But you want to start this side and then go around and do the same thing on the other side, and then meet up in the middle is what you do. But that's how it is there. You could cut this. A lot of times we did cut it to make it look better. You just come along, cut this stuff. Cut it. You know, it just makes it look better. You got it all sticking out there. And that's how you do that. But you would come in, you got the cleat, this will all cleat off. So you put cleats on it.